So welcome to today's video. Now today I'm in Darlington, as you can see, at the train station. We got a train from Thornaby to Darlington this morning, about 7:55 I believe it was, to get here, and everything was running smoothly, everything was perfectly fine. And then we got to Darlington. For some reason I had Scott from Planes, Trains and Everything's voice in my head saying, what could possibly go wrong? Well, it has gone wrong. We got to Darlington, unfortunately someone was on the line and got hit by the train further up in the north. So it's basically delayed and cancelled a lot of trains coming through. So now every train that is coming through is absolutely rammed full of people. So we can't get on. We should have got a train at around about 9 o'clock this morning. It's almost 11 o'clock now. So we're not too sure when we're going to get to our destination. Yeah, I think we might have to get either a train to York, then York to Peterborough, Peterborough to Norwich, then Norwich to our final destination. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get there at some point today. Will we get there? You'll have to watch the video and find out. So after 6 trains and 1 bus, we're finally here at Richardson's boating. And there's absolutely loads of boats here. We came just before 6 o'clock tonight. We should have been here on the afternoon, but because of all the trains, the delays and cancellations, it took us ages to get here. We couldn't get on some trains because it was so packed and it was just getting stressed. So we're just trying to wait for one that had a bit of room for all of us. There's sort of 5 of us here. But yeah, when you get here, there's Swan Quay, we're on Heron Quay, there's Merlin Quay, and I know there's about 2 other quays around the other side with various boats. And as you can see, there's absolutely loads of boats here. There's lots of space as well, so obviously there's boats gone out already. But you can get really small ones, such as these ones here on Merlin Quay. So they might be just like a 2-person sort of thing. You've got ones over there that maybe sort of 3 or 4 person, and some of them are quite long. The one we've got over there, obviously that fits, I believe, to 5, maybe 6 or 7 people. Which is that one over there. But yeah, there's like some lovely boats over there. I don't know if you can see because the sun glaring. But there's lots of different style boats, dead small ones, and then obviously you've got these lovely ones, and then the ones you can see over there, the orange ones, the front part actually slides right back, so it opens all of that up. We've got a similar thing on ours. There's a bit of like a sunroof that flips back, so you've got a square for the sun and whatever, get a bit of air. But we can actually go out on the boat, because we came at 6 o'clock. You have to be here before 5 in order to sort of do a handover, learn about safety, obviously the engine, how to top it up with water and the likes. But obviously we came here too late, so what we have to do is we have to sleep in that tonight, wait until the morning when the office is open. The office is just over there. You've got a cafe over there as well. There's a laundrette and things over in that area. But yeah, we've got to wait until the morning. We'll go over, have a word with them. They'll give us the key because we don't have the key for the engine. So yeah, we'll get the keys, and then tomorrow we'll be taking the Supreme out for a bit of a run around. I'm not too sure what we're doing yet. We haven't planned much. Obviously we've only been here 20 minutes or so. So we're going to head to Tesco, get some food, and I think what we're going to do is get unpacked and just relax. But I just wanted to show you the area here for day 1. Of all these boats you can choose for like a few days a week or whatever you want to choose. But yeah, I'm excited. I've never been to Norfolk before. I've never been in Norwich before. I've never been here doing boating before. Obviously I've done London before, then that was my only boating holiday around there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're here for 7 days on that boat. So hopefully it'll be all good. I think the weather's going to be raining a couple of the days while we're here, but I think today's been awesome. It's been very warm, too warm to be honest. And then tomorrow is slightly cooler when we're going around, but obviously we're going to have the windows open and we're going to have the breeze in. So I'll get loads of footage of going on there. I don't know if I can get the drone flying because it's a bit windy, but I will get some footage of the various angles while we're sailing tomorrow. And then maybe after I've had some food and we've been back from Tesco's, I might give you a little wander around here and show you all the different boats from Swan Quay, Heron Quay, Merlin Quay, and whatever the quays are over there. We'll have a little wander around. Obviously I need to be mindful that there are people in some of these boats, so I can't be like pointing the camera in and going hello, but I'll show you as much as I can. And yeah, and I think that'll probably be day one. As I say, we should have been here maybe around about 1, 2 o'clock sort of time, so we are sort of 4 hours behind schedule. Otherwise we would have stocked up, learned the ropes of what we needed to do, safety and everything, and then we'd have got out and gone for a bit of a mooch. Can you mooch on a boat? And yeah, maybe just found somewhere nice to stay for the night rather than here. But I think there's a few people, I've seen a few people so far. There's a guy over there fishing, and I think the people that are next to us are still in theirs. So yeah, there is a few people still here, but a lot is empty. So hopefully I can give you a bit of a tour around here and show you what it's got to offer. So this is the boat we're going to be taking out, Supreme. Obviously you've got the back door there. I can't really show you inside at the moment because the in-laws and the missus are just sorting out, so it's a bit chaotic in there, trying to get everything sorted before we go to Tesco's and get some food. But yeah, you got the basic. I think that's the engine down there. You've got water points along the side there. There is a walkway going round, so you can hold on to that sort of metal pole going round for safety. And then on the top here, I'll try and go around, but yeah, you've got this metal rail for safety, and you've got pump out to pump out the water, and then you've got your water inlet. But you've just got this little guide rail here, and then you've got this sunroof thing that you can just pull back if you want to get some sun and get some air flow through. And then when you go around here, you've got a nice little seating area there, so you can sit your family around there. And then the driving part is just over there. So that's where you steer everything, just there. There's a doorway to come out, and yeah, you can just sit here and watch everything go by. So we'll film from this point, and I'll take it back around the other side. So yeah, there's a nice little seating area here, and you can just pull these across. And as I say, the driver's there, and there's a little seating area, I think, there, as well as this here. And then yeah, you just sort of go along here, holding on the rail round to the back. But yeah, so this is the main area. The kitchen, I believe, is sort of here, and then there's bathrooms on the other side. So we've just been to Tesco, and I got myself a nice meal deal for tea. Nice little cold pasta dish. It was far too hot for anything to be cooked. But yeah, our boat is just over in the distance there, but we thought we'd come back this way. Kingfisher Quay is just over here. The main reception is here, as well as the Marina Cafe. There's the laundrette. Domestic services are over there as well, so there is a lot here. And yeah, just over here is Kingfisher Quay, and there's some absolutely gorgeous looking boats here. I'm not entirely sure the prices of all of these. They do vary depending on what you get, but as you can see, they look very, very nice. Not too sure about Samson there, but as you can see, there's like some real big boats like Carousel there, and then this one here. Obviously that's going to cost you thousands, I would think, for a week or so. But I think that the ones that are over there are just more or less the same model as this one here. So you got a little bit at the back, not too much, and a little area with a guardrail around there, and it's still got the walkway around like most of them have. But I think that entire front part slides back, and obviously makes that all open. There's even Wi-Fi and solar panels on the back of there. Obviously I need to be mindful of there are other people here, so I need to be mindful of the fact that people are trying to chill out and relax. The office is just here, the main office, and then there's the Marina Cafe that I mentioned a moment ago, which is just here. So there's the cafe itself with a massive seat. But yeah, there's the actual main thing you can see there, and that's where you sort of come. There is late arrivals over there, so if you are late, I think there's like phone numbers and stuff on there. I won't go on there because it's obviously private information. Might have people's names on. But yeah, you just go there and check in on the afternoon. If it's after 5, then that closes and you've got to give them a ring, and then they'll let you know what to do. And then here's the cafe, so there's quite a bit of a seating area outside. Looks very nice. But yeah, you've got different quays. Obviously that was Kingfisher quay all over there, and these boats are massive, as you can see that one over in the distance. There are a few people here today just chilling out, fishing, or just sitting having a nice glass of wine. But I think there must be like arrival points everywhere depending on which quay you're actually in. There's Kingfisher quay arrivals, so that might be a different one. I've forgotten what were we on? Heron, we're on Heron. We have some really nice looking boats here. You've got the, as they say, the ones over there, which are probably a canny few quid to hire out. And then you've got ones like this, probably similar, maybe a little bit cheaper, would you say? But the place is absolutely surrounded by geese. Everywhere you go, there's geese everywhere. And then you've got, in the centre of it all, you've got your car park, and then you've got your recycling over here. There are sort of where you're staying in the different quays, I think there are bins allocated so you can dispose of your stuff rather than throwing it everywhere. And there is a sign in each of the boats that states when it gets to a certain time you need to be quiet, be respectful, don't play loud music or any loud noises. You just got to be, yeah, just be mindful of the people here having a good time as well. But yeah, some big boats over there. They just sort of goes around various ones. And I think these ones have got their own fuel and water line. As you can see, they've got fuel and water lines going all the way down. I'm not too sure if ours has got one of those. I think I can see some in the distance there, so we may have those over there. I haven't actually fully looked. And as we come around here through the car park, you can see this one. So this is Richardson's boating area, marina. There is another one over the distance. I think that's Simpson's boating, with a canny few boats over there as well. And as you can see, the boats differ when you come round. You got like smaller ones here, and you got longer ones, wider ones over there. That wide one's probably similar to the one we've got. Obviously that one's got like a full part that you can slide right back, like that one. It slides right back. But yeah, this is the first time I've been boating here. I've been to London and gone around the Thames and done all around sort of the Thames where you saw the Tower of London, I think, and all that sort of area. But then we got the opportunity to come here to Norfolk and the Norfolk Broads. So yeah, so we hired a boat out, which is the one you've probably seen earlier on. I'll probably put pictures on because at the moment, obviously, show your face. There's yeah, my family's in there, so obviously they're having food and they're trying to relax, and they don't really want me going around with a camera. Obviously some of them don't want to be on camera, so I might put some pictures on to show you what the interior looks like now, so you can just see the different bedrooms, and obviously the main sort of kitchen area, and then there's like a seating area, and there's other little bits. There's a fight going on. Calm your beans, you. Watching you. Look, there's just tons of them. It's like Alfred Hitchcock's The Geese instead of the birds. But yeah, I'm not too sure where the showers are. The showers might be over there as well. Like, gentleman came and asked me where the showers were, but oh, I had no idea. I'm gonna watch it. These birds are just everywhere. There's like loads in the distance. Obviously our boat's just over there, but there's quite a group over there when we first came. Obviously you can see here there's just tons of geese. Hopefully they'll be quiet on a night. We won't start giving it that. So we're just going to head round now to where we are situated, which is just over there. That's our boat in the just over the other way. And then you got these little boats here, very small boats, just if you're like going out for the day. I don't know if you can actually stay in these ones. You might be able to, but they're quite small boats. We'll go around and have a look at those. And that's a lovely big boat there. Just various. Noisy. So here's the little boats here. We'll try and get past this goose. Do you mind? Watching you. But yeah, this is the smaller boats. There's like a little seating area there. And obviously you got your driving seat, you've got your little passenger seat there. So you can get like maybe 3 people sat around there, maybe a bit squashed, but you get 3 people sat there. And then obviously, hopefully there's no one in these boats. But yeah, you've got a little table area there, some seating areas. So you can't really sleep in these, are sort of just going out for the day. So there's a nice little seating area, so you can just chill out there. Or sit in the front there while you're being driven around. I can't see the back of these, so I don't know whether they've got the same as ours, where they've got a seating area at the back. I think this you can just take all of this off and it's just open topped, and there's just another seat by the look of it there. So just a square seating area with a table in the middle. So I'm guessing they're the same for each of these individual boats. But I think you can just take these out for maybe a day or a couple of days and just moor them back here. And then when you get to sort of these sort of ones, the larger ones, these have got toilets in them, showers in them, bathrooms. Ours has got in ours, which is just there, it's got a toilet, separate toilet in there, and I think there's is there a toilet and a shower in there?
I don't think there's a shower in there. Well, there might be, just quite a small one.
I think there's a small shower in one of them, and a sink, and then I think there's a toilet in the other one, or a toilet in both of them. I can't remember. But yeah, here's some more. But yeah, they've just got like a little seating area just here. Obviously these ones there's no one in them, so I can film in. So you've got like a little area. You can't really sit in that bit, just a recess. These ones you can. It's got like French doors. Look at that. So you've got a nice little seating area there. Obviously you can sit some people around there here. Obviously you can't sleep in those, I don't think, unless there's like sleeping quarters in the middle. But yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody in them, just show you. But yeah, that looks like it's got a dining area in the middle. It's probably got some, like a bedroom at this end. It's got one of those slide down canopies, would you call them?
Why do they call it a ruby gem and paint it green?
I have no idea. Don't know. Good point. It should be, well, that colour, maybe. But they all look very nice. That one's got, as you can see there's a bedroom there. And then you go up some steps into the main area where you drive it. There is a little bit of a seating area here. And again, I think this whole front section can just slide right back up to here, and that just opens that all up. And then these ones, I believe, you've got a seating area outside, Obviously you drive it up here, and then the sleeping bits are down into the actual front of the boat, and all the bits and pieces you need down there. It's a nice little boat. But if you've got like a big family, or there's a few of you, then you need something like this. Ours, I think with ours, you've got 3 beds at the back of the boat, you've got a double bed in the centre, and I think you've got another double bed at the front.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 double beds and 3 single beds in the entire boat, but it's separated into 3 beds in one, a double bed in the other, and a double bed in another room. So you've got completely separate. There's a toilet in each. There's 2 toilets, and one of them's got a shower in. I think that's what it is. But yeah, it'd be nice to just try all of these boats over the years, but it is quite costly. Obviously, I'll let you know the cost of everything sort of towards the end of these videos once I've finished it, just to let you know. But it is quite pricey for a week. But there's another nice one. You've got a nice little open space here. There is a little bit of seating around the edge there, but most of the seating is in there. You've got your table and obviously sort of bits in there, and then further in, I don't know if you can see all that with my reflection, but there's like the bedrooms are on the left, and there's a kitchen on the right. This is very similar to what ours is. So when you go in ours, at the back of the boat, you sort of have your bedrooms and your toilet and your bathroom, and your other bedrooms are in that sort of left hand side there. Then you come here, but in our boat you've got the driving seat there, and you've got a passenger over there, and a seating area in that bit. Yeah, but it's just nice to see all the different sort of designs you can get. Look how thin that door is. But yeah, you've got this one, but then I don't know if you can see over the top of there, but it's like this is all open topped. You've got your steering wheel and a big seat up at the top there, and then I'm guessing because that's all up there, everything down underneath will be your sleeping quarters. That's very similar to the one I've shown you. I think now it's just very similar to the ones that you've seen. See, that one there is very similar to that one there. These seem to be all sort of named after colours, silver and gems, and obviously that's not. But I understand, obviously, not many people can afford to do these things. They are quite pricey. It's something that you probably save up and do sort of every now and then. That could do with a clean, like. But it's just nice little areas you can just sit out while you're cruising along. So yeah, the bigger boats are obviously for your weekly hire. I did see a sign back there for Merlin Quay, which is, I'm guessing is this one here. But further down, the smaller boats, they're just day boats. So if you just want to go out for the day and go around the Norfolk Broads, then you have those little boats. But if you want to spend, like, I'm not too sure what the minimum time to hire these out are. I don't know if it's like a week, or you can do it for maybe 3 days. I don't know. I'll have to check that out and stick it in the description or down there. But yeah, then you need something like one of these longer boats if you're like going to be spending days in it. But yeah, there's people over there, so I won't angle the camera around because they're trying to chill out. But yeah, if you're going to spend like a week like we are, you need something more that sort of size. That looks very nice, that, doesn't it? But they've all just got their own quirkiness, their own like lovely design. That just looks like you could just see it going in somewhere in America, like Florida or something like that. Same with these ones. I like those. They're quite wide. I'm not too sure if they're the same size as the one we've got, but they're sort of a lot wider, but they're a lot lower. And I'm not ashamed to say that I've smashed my head off the top of the door frame about 3 times so far. Even though there's a very small sign on the very top that says, "Mind your head." Yeah, I needed that before I got on the boat, rather than as I'm whacking my head off the sign that says, "Mind your head." But yeah, this is, as I say, this is my first time in the Norfolk Broads, and my son, which is here, this is his first time as well. We did go to the Thames, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did mooch around there. Is it Richmond we started off?
Seems to recall, yeah. We went near Windsor, I think it was.
That was at Windsor. Yeah. So we went around all of that area, and that was just a lovely sort of a lovely time. I'm not too sure if the boat was similar sort of size that we had before, like now. I can't remember. It might have been slightly smaller but wider. But yeah, so this is ours here. As you can see, it's quite a long boat. And then, as I say, at the front there, that's the front of the boat. You've got the seating area where you drive it. The kitchen side is on this side of the actual boat. And then on the back of the boat, where you see those windows there, that's for the bedroom with the 3 beds in it, 3 single beds. And then on all the rest of the toilet and everything like that is over on this side. So yeah, you've got your 3 bunks there, single beds there. Then I think you've got a toilet. Then you've got a double bedroom there. Then you've got another toilet with shower. And then the next window is the double bedroom room. And then obviously you've got your driving place there. I don't think there's anybody in this one here. But I think this is something probably similar, where you got your driving there and then everything else is down this right hand side. Then you got some lovely boats over there. And then you go over, I think that's Swan Quay over there. So we'll go and have a quick look over at Swan Quay, and then I think I'll call it a day. So as you can see on the sign there, this is Swan Quay. Swan Quay. And then you've got these boats over here. Very nice looking boats. Again, these have got padded seats. These will probably cost a lot more than ours. Bella Signora 1 and 2. But yeah, look at those. See if we can get a bit closer. So yeah, with those you've got your driver's side on the left there. You've got a nice little seating area here. You've got seating area out here as well. And I'm guessing when you go down, it'll have your sleeping quarters in that bit there. And then these are very similar to the ones we've seen over there, I believe, with your little rollback parts. Look at the size of that. That's a big one. Strange having the door there, isn't it? You just straight in the water. Well, there's another long one, so you might have sleeping quarters in there, and then you've got sleeping quarters at the back as well. The doors look really thin. So I need to be watch out, because I think I did see some people in over here. There's a guy fishing, so I need to watch out that I'm not filming him. And you got these hangars. I wonder that they might have the boats in there when they're repairing them, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, there's someone in there, so I need to make sure I'm not filming that. God, those geese are loud. Yeah, and there's a different style there. I don't think I've seen that one so far that looks like that. Glistening Horizon 1. Just watch yourself on the edge of there. I'll be going, watch your step, Elliot. So this is Glistening Horizon 1. So you've got a kitchen on the right hand side there, and you've got a bedroom there. Your driving is just there, and you can sort of get in it through that side door, and then you go into that door and down. That'll probably be another sleeping area there. And then obviously these are very similar to the ones we saw over there. And then it just goes round a little way. I'm not too sure, there is another area over there, but I think that might be Simpson's boating over there. So that'd be a completely separate company, where with Richardson's, I think they're called. But yeah, as you can see, these are very similar to the ones we've seen already. And they've got your charging points here. And you've got your fuel and your water for all of these. And there is, as you can see on the side, where over there, there is fuel and water over at these points. which is essential, otherwise you'll get nowhere. So yeah, so that is a little tour around our little boating area. We can't actually get the boat out. I can't remember if I mentioned at the start, I think we did. I did. That because we came late, we don't even have the ignition key, so we can't even start it. We've got to wait until tomorrow morning, have the whole health and safety thing, make sure you wear your jacket and everything like that. And then as soon as we get all of those checks done, then we can get out. And I'm guessing we just follow this out and go around and straight out into the great unknown, and that's where we'll start our little adventure. But today, with all the mess about with the cancelled trains and the delayed trains, it was a bit of a nightmare. I think it took over 6 hours or something to get here, and it should have took about 3. So it's been a bit of a challenge, shall I say. But yeah, we're finally here, which is great. We're on the boat, we're just getting ourselves settled. I've got a cup of tea waiting, so I can't be too long, otherwise it'll go cold. So yeah, so this is day 1, and tomorrow we'll be getting up. I don't know what we're doing yet, we haven't really planned anything. I think we're just going to be getting up, getting breakfast, getting all of the health and safety and all the checks done of what we need to be doing, when we need to be back, how we fuel up, how we do all the water and all the rest of the things. And then I think we'll get underway. I think we've got a map, so I think we'll probably just start and head out and just find some lovely areas to stop, maybe get some food, so I'll show you all of that. And what else can I show you? Yeah, show you driving it. I don't know if I can do a tour, because obviously the family in there, they don't want to be filmed, but I want to try and film as much as I can of the journey, so you can see what it's like. It's not disabled friendly, to be honest. Obviously getting into something like this is not easy. I'm not entirely sure with something like this whether you can put a board down, but then there's big drops, so it's not. I don't know whether they do any that are sort of on a certain level, so when you get on, it's all basically, you don't have to go down steps or anything, it's just straight into the actual area. I haven't seen any one where I think oh, that was definitely disabled friendly. But yeah, I will show you as much as I can. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit. This is day 1, and I will see you for day 2. So check that out. So thanks for watching that episode of my journey here in the Norfolk Broads. Don't forget to stick around for the next episode, which will be coming soon, and I'll travel further around this beautiful part of the country.